Hey everyone, it's
Hi,
Bridget here.
it's Nancy. How you guys doing? We just, it's such a nice day out today, although it's a little tiny bit, like, overcast. Has been raining and raining and raining here in PA. I can't believe it. Like, for the nonstop, for
It
like
has
10
been,
days or something crazy.
yeah.
It makes you kind of grumpy sometimes. You're like, you got to get out in the sun. Oh my gosh. Anyway, we're going to take a little bit of time right before just to let people to come on if they want to jump on, and also when you come up, tell us where you're calling, where you're tuning in from, whether it's you're in California, whether you're in Idaho, whether you're in Indiana, my home state. Are you from Pennsylvania?
I am.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Wherever you're located, if you feel like you'd like to do that.
Yeah, we'd love to hear where you're coming from, and if you've had the same rain that we have, or is it springtime for you? I know this weekend's supposed to be like 55 again.
Yeah.
So.
It is?
Yeah.
I thought it was like 75.
I think Sunday.
Oh.
Yeah. I know.
Okay. Yeah, that doesn't make me feel pretty good. I hope you have been enjoying our little video casts. We're having some fun doing this, and we are so also appreciative of all of the comments that come in after the fact, and those of you who've shared these posts with other women and other people. Thank you so much for that, and I hope you had an also opportunity to give a good shout out to your best buds, your BFFs, for all the things that they do. Oh, Tammy joined. Hey, Tammy. And you got Cassandra.
And Cassandra's from Washington State.
Mm-hmm. Hi, Joanne. Tammy and Joanne, where are you calling in from? Where are you? Tell us what state you're in, so that would be awesome, because that's what we're going to talk a little bit about, just for fun, as we let everybody kind of come in. We'll get started here in just about a couple seconds. But anyway, we thank you so much for all the participation after the fact, too. It's awesome. So, all right, so today, Illinois. Tammy, are you in Chicago by chance? That's not too far from Indianapolis, where I grew up, Miss Tammy. Anyway, so let's talk about, oh, hi, Kathy. Welcome in. We're glad you're here.
And Christina.
Hey, Christina. Good. I love it. Our group of girls. So what we want to talk about today is confidence, and this came up because from New York. Hi, Joanne. So Joanne's from New York. Whoop, whoop. My brother-in-law lives in New York, and I lived in the city for, I don't know, gosh, 3 years or something.
Wow.
Anyway, so we're going to talk a little bit about confidence and self-confidence, or maybe the lack thereof at times. And it actually came up really organically because we had after our very first video chat that we did, we had we had a little issue. And you want to tell that story?
Sure. Yeah. So.
Well, it wasn't really an issue.
It was not an issue at all. But
good,
after our first video, Nancy and I have not known each other very long at all. And we just jumped right into doing these videos, and she had sent me a message after the last video, and it said, "I'm so honored to be working with you." And it was just a really sweet message, and I said to her, "Thank you so much for writing that, because I felt like I wasn't going to be able to live up to your standards." I know, but
so crazy.
I feel like, I don't really have live video experience too much like you do. So I thought, how am I going to do with Nancy? She's probably expecting me to be this like amazing speaker and personality on live video. And the funny thing is that she wrote me back and said, that's funny, because I was feeling the same way about you.
Yeah, because she's a blogger. So Bridget's jumped in and writing blogs, and she's going to write a book, and she's got a lot of things going on. Hey, Kyle. Kyle says, one thing you can do to feel confident is to wear hats all the time. I love it. That's a great idea. I've got my sunglasses. I'll be more confident this way.
I think whoop, whoop.
But my thing was because she's a blogger and she's doing all of this and she's got a nice following, and I thought, oh, gall. And so, but what happened to me after this little kind of conversation, and what transpired was, and by the way, I've been working with a life coach, and I just love her. I love this life coach I'm working with. And she said, whenever you feel, quote unquote, triggered, something makes you feel uncomfortable, and in this case, less confident and, inconfident, or what is it? Lack of confidence, self-confidence, is to just stop and be in it for a minute. Don't try to push it away or anything, and see what it's trying to show you and teach you in the moment. And so I sat with that for a little bit, and I realized, oh, this is an opportunity. This is awesome, because you want to surround yourself with people that where you want to go and where you want to be. And I want to do blogging, and I would love to be able to write a book one day. And these are things that you're doing. And so I just, and as soon as that happened, I went, oh, thank you, Lord. I appreciate this opportunity to work with Bridget. And that is how the confidence thing actually got started.
Yeah.
And do you guys feel that, where do you kind of get your kind of triggers with? Is it other women? Is it people in your office? Or is it the moms that are in your neighborhood? Guys, I know we have a couple guys joining in right now. And guys, what about you? Do you ever feel a lack of confidence? Like, I can't imagine. Like, my husband doesn't get really, he's not super,
I don't think he would ever admit it.
No, I mean, he would, but he's not very often. He's a pretty confident dude.
Okay.
I mean, I think it seems like women tend to.
Women definitely, I think we tend to beat ourselves up. And we also, like, this whole thing of me feeling like inadequate compared to you, that was all in my head.
It's nothing that I said, nothing that I would ever.
I just completely made it up. And
there's, you know, this is such a great thing that you're talking about right now, because here's what happens when we, and I'm speaking to the choir, believe me, when I say all these things, is that when I am feeling not confident, I have a, you know, this, like, oh my gosh, I look terrible today, or I'm feeling fat, or I'm feeling, I'm not a good host, I'm not, all of these things that sort of come up. It's always that someone kind of triggered that in me, but it's the story that I think that they're telling to me. It's not what they actually said. It's not what they did. It isn't anything other than what my mind starts to go, oh, they must think this about me. Oh, they must think this about me. None of it's true. And so that's some of the things that I'm really working hard on, is just, you know, like, oh my gosh, really?
Right.
So
I try to focus on the truth.
Yeah, focusing on the truth is really, is so crazy important. Hi, Don Marie is coming in, and Kyle, again, Kyle.
The hat.
I will wear a hat all the time, and I will feel amazing. Thank you. I do really enjoy hats, though. That's a lot of fun. Oh, look at that. Hannah Rose posted in Mompreneur Mastermind.
Oh,
that's something else.
Yeah.
Oh, Sam, look at it. I'm looking at Bridget's.
Yeah, there's too many things up here.
Bridget's thing. Oh, so Joanne says, you're describing how I feel about myself. I don't feel so alone now. Oh, that's so good. I'm so glad.
That's our whole goal of this, is just to air it out.
Because we need each other as you know, people, since guys are on as well, but as women, we so need each other for that kind of stuff. But really, if nobody else is around to tell you how awesome you are, and you know that you're magnificent all by yourself, you got to be reminded that you are, no matter what. And in an industry that I work in, right, it's public eye is always there. So, ooh, I don't like her hair today, or I don't like the makeup that she's wearing. Ooh, where'd she get that dress? That looks horrible on her. Oh my heavens, did she gain a few pounds? So all of these things that are happening in the public eye, plus at work, I think we all can so relate to. I relate to it on a bigger scale in terms of numbers of people, but that has nothing to do with, it could be one or two people in your life that are kind of in and out, and just like makes you feel that way, but it's not them making you feel that way. Is you doing that to yourself, which is so weird and hard to believe. But
right. And then,
Tammy, go ahead.
Trying to work through a lot of things. Yeah. Well, then I know. And it's, there's so
Tammy
many
lost
things.
her mom.
Yeah.
That's some rough stuff. So my thought, honestly, with you, Tammy, is please give yourself a big break. Give yourself a lot of hugs. Give yourself a lot of just a lot of grace, because you need to grieve your mom. That's a big, big, big deal. And that's a spot. And then in the moments that you can, remember the awesome times that you had, and so grateful that you had her in your life for as long as you did, and be reminded of those things. I actually recently just had one of my friends lost her mom, and I've actually had 4 people recently lost their parents. It's just so crazy. And I sent her a wind chime, and the wind chime was to remind her that whenever she heard that, it's not that, you know, that her mom was just kind of whispering to her, I love you, I miss you, I'm right here beside you, I'm not gone anywhere. And so it was just one of those things. So maybe you have something that you want to put up and about that will help you during that time, and remember some of the awesome things that she said to you that built that confidence up for you too. But
yeah, and one tip that I always say is to just give yourself permission, like Nancy was saying. Allow yourself time to grieve and give yourself permission to do that. Give yourself permission to take a break. Don't beat yourself up for taking a break or wanting time alone or whatever it may be. Whatever you need, allow yourself to do it without feeling guilty.
Yeah, and cry. For heaven's sake, cry. That's that's nothing wrong with that. And Joanne says that's exactly what I do. Remind myself of the good times and memories. Grieving takes time, and everyone grieves differently, and that is so very true. And so as we we're kind of hitting the 10-minute mark, and we just want to encourage you this week is to work on whenever you feel that trigger of being that you're not confident about yourself, that you don't feel like you look beautiful, or that you don't do a good job as cleaning up, or whatever the thing is that is triggering that for you. Stop, think, what's the story that's happening in my mind right now? Is it true? And if it's true, go, okay, all right, I get that, I can work on that. Or if it's not true, release that. I mean, because the other real quick thing is that we're not promised a minute of this life that we have, and why waste it in feeling have the lack of self-confidence. And try to celebrate as much as you can every day, because we never know when our last moment is going to be. And you're amazing people, you're amazing women, and you have a purpose in this life, and we want you to see that fulfilled, because that fulfills everybody else around us.
It does. And wake up every morning just saying to yourself, I am enough.
Yep, very good.
Yeah.
And Joanne says, definitely let go, let God, and not the truth. Awesome. Guys, thank you so much for joining us today. We're going to try to do this again. We haven't even talked about what topic we want to do, but go ahead and come on the comments on either one of our Facebook pages. I'm Nancy Hornback.
And I'm Bridget Petrino.
And you can go on there and just say, hey, we'd love to talk about this topic, and let's bring it up the next time, and we'll chat away about it. If not, we'll think of a million things that we could talk about.
And if you want to see the other videos that we've done, if you missed them, you can go on my website. It's bridgetpetrino.com. I have some great content on there, and I'm building a community of moms just like us, trying to empower each other. So I'd love to see you there.
Yep, awesome. Thanks so much. I hope you have an awesome week, and remember how amazing you are. So
bye.
And be confident. See ya.